Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you have not been here before, welcome. And if you have been here before, I'm so happy that you are back. I also want to thank everyone for joining the channel and subscribing. So we are in week 6. And like my thumbnail said, is this the end? And I said that because at the time I was making the thumbnail, I was really considering not being on Contrave anymore. I was exhausted from not sleeping well, and I was tired of the constipation issues. So I was just like, okay, how are we going to deal with this? What are we going to do? I'm just tired of struggling with this. But I'm going to tell you how I solved both problems this week. And I'm so happy that I was able to finally figure this out. As you know, I usually take the 2 pills in the morning, and I was taking 2 in the afternoon. And the 2 in the afternoon, I was trying to take around 5 p.m. to try to help me with my sleep. So I got on the phone and I didn't see my alarm that told me, hey, it's 5 o'clock, take your Contrave. So what did I do? By the time I got off the phone, it was like 6:45. And I was like, oh, holy hell, there's no way I'm taking Contrave at this time of the night. So I'm just not going to take it tonight. So Tuesday night, I didn't take the Contrave and I slept pretty good. And I was happy. So Wednesday comes around. The alarm goes off 5 o'clock to take the Contrave. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't think I want to take this tonight. And so I didn't take it Wednesday night. I took the 2 in the morning. I did not take the 2 in the evening. I slept fine. So then, you know what I started to realize? I said, is this medication working with me just taking the 2 in the morning? Because if it's working with me taking the 2 in the morning, why am I stressing myself out about taking 2 in the afternoon? So the rest of the week, and probably from this point on, unless I see some drastic change in my weight, which from what I understand and what I can see right now, I am still losing, I'm going to stick with the 2 pills in the morning. I didn't understand it when I was looking at the chats and I would see other people taking like still 1 pill for like weeks, or they've been losing weight on 1, so they're sticking with the 1 or the 2. And now I get it. Now I'm just like, I was so busy following the directions, taking 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening by the 4th week, that I never thought that, maybe you don't need to take all 4 of them a day. And if it's bothering your sleep and your digestive system, you may need to let this go. So instead of quitting it, I'm going to drop to the 2, and I'm going to let you know how that goes. So, I did weigh in, and I did say I wasn't going to weigh in every week, but I really have been weighing in. I just haven't been sharing the weight because I always like to allow 2 weeks for any change in my weight. And I want to continue to do that. But I'm also going to be making sure with weighing in each week that taking the 2 pills in the morning is actually working. So pray for me that the 2 is working and that the 2 will continue to work for me, because I really do not want to go back to the evening pill at all. At all. So another thing I wanted to tell you about is the constipation. Now, I have been in contact with so many people. So many people have reached out to me about the constipation and what they would do. And I appreciate everybody's thoughts and suggestions. But I figured it out. Because, somebody said prune juice. I was like, no. Thank you. And I knew that would probably help, but I don't like prunes like that. I don't like raisins, and they're all in the same bucket for me. So I knew that wasn't going to do it. Somebody else was like, oh, do the, the, what do you call it? The Epsom salt, and I was like, that's a little harsh. It'll probably work, but I can't continue to do that. I need something that I can use or do that is not going to disrupt my system and suck all of the life out of me. Because it's not good to take, laxatives or any type of things continually. Now, I did hear that stool softeners are fine to take, but I started to feel like even that wasn't working the way I wanted my system to work. I wanted it to be the way it was. And I figured out how to do it. I figured it out. I have solved my constipation issues. And if I had known this, I would have been doing this from the start. Just wanted to let you know this Fortified is what I am taking. It is a pre and probiotic. So it's a prebiotic and a probiotic. A prebiotic is kind of like fiber. It kind of bulks things up and helps your system along. And a prebiotic is good for getting the good, getting your stomach right, getting your gut system healthy and stuff like that. It's very good for that. And I was taking one, but I was taking a very, very low one. It was like 500 million. What do they call this? 500 million cultures? What is it? Pre-probiotic cultures. Yes. So I was doing the 500 million, and clearly that wasn't enough. And this fortified has 50 billion. And I was like, what is this going to do to me? I was a little nervous, but I specifically, when I was looking at prebiotics and probiotics, I was looking for one that would definitely help with weight loss. And there are certain strains that help with weight loss. I started taking it, when did I get it? Maybe 2 days, 3 days ago. And I took it in the daytime and I felt nauseous as hell. And I was like, what's going on here? I was like, oh, this is the only new thing. Don't tell me I can't take this. But then I went online and somebody said, hey, take it in the evening because your system isn't doing as much at night. And so I started taking it in the evening and experienced none of the side effects that I had in the morning. And I have to say, I like last week, I think it was Friday, I had done like an enema or something. So I wasn't surprised I didn't go to the restroom all weekend. But then today I did, and it was back to normal. And I was like, oh, this is it. So I have finally figured out what to do about my sleep issue, which is to take 2 pills. And I have figured out my stomach issues, and I am going to continue taking the Fortify pre and probiotics. And I just think this is a life changer because it could not have been good with me not being able to sleep well. And between that and not being able to go to the bathroom properly, it just was torturous for me. Now, this one here, for the men out there, this one here, it says a women's probiotic. And I'm sure there are something for men that is comparable to this that has 50 billion, something in that arena, with the same ingredients and the same cultures. So I would just say look at that and see what else they have, because I'm almost sure they have one that's not just for women. I think they have a regular one. And if you can't do 50, they actually have one that does 30. And I want to make sure I tell you that I am not sponsored by them. I wish I was, because, yeah, but it's not even that expensive. I think it was like $17, $18 for like a 30-day supply. So it's like you're paying $17 a month to have a normal system and to be able to go to the bathroom without wanting to scream. So I just wanted to share that this week. And I will be back next week with a weigh-in to let you know if 2 pills a day is working and if we have definitely solved this constipation issue. And if so, this is going to be wonderful. So once again, if you have any questions, any comments, please put them below. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.